Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope that you've had a good week. We are almost to Friday, so congratulations. My name is Christy Turnquest. I am the director of the Accelerated Transfer Academy here at UHD. Before we get started, I have a quick poll for you guys. I hope that you can all see it. Now, if you want to go ahead and just vote in the poll, it's just a few quick questions so we know who's in the room about where you're coming from, where you're at in your admissions process. All right, while you vote on that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. My name is Christy Turnquest, like I mentioned. Mercedes, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everybody. This is Mercedes Gonzalez, and I am the graduate intern for ATA. And I'm sorry, I don't have an option for video or camera.
Yeah, it's because you're not a panelist and I don't know what's going on. I apologize.
Oh, no problem. Okay, that's what you were referring to.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Hi everybody, welcome.
So we are very, very fortunate to have Mercedes with us. And we also have another ATA staff member, Miss Erica Skinner. Erica, do you want to say hello?
Sure. Hello, everyone. I am the web support tech for the ATA program, and we're happy to have you here today.
Yes. So when you join ATA, all of the pretty emails that you get, all of the kind of mass communication stuff, anything that's on the website, that all comes from Miss Erica. So she is our web guru, and you will get to know her in that way. So just to get started, I want to make sure everybody can see my screen. Can somebody unmute themselves and just let me know?
I can see it.
All right, perfect. Okay, so we'll get started. I don't think we'll take the whole hour, but you guys are welcome to ask questions and we will answer anything that you want to know about the program. So I'm going to just run through kind of the big points about the program, the benefits of the program and some of the major components, and then answer a few frequent questions and then let you guys have the floor and ask anything that you'd like to know. So just to, on the really basic level, what is ATA? The Accelerated Transfer Academy, or ATA, because Accelerated Transfer Academy is an incredible mouthful. We're really just here to make sure that transfer students have a smooth transition to UHD. Some of you may have been out of school for a while. Some of you, this might be your first time at a four-year institution. We know that transfer students have a lot of uncertainty around their transfer, right? So lots of questions about, is this the place for me? Who am I going to hang out with? What kinds of activities are there for me? Am I ready for the classes? What will the course load be like? What kind of student organizations are there? How will I pay for courses? All of these kinds of things. And so we really want to make sure that you feel comfortable in your transition. We know that from research, transfer students, when they do well in their first year at a new institution, that they're much more likely to graduate. And that is our goal. We want to make sure that you're reaching the goals that you have set for yourself. So overall, everything that we do and everything that we're going to talk about today is all about how can we get you closer to your goals as a transfer student to UHD. So what makes us unique? Right now, we are the only dedicated office at UHD for transfer students. And we know that our program works. So transfer students at UHD, students who join the ATA program earn higher GPAs in their first semester and more credit hours in their first semester. And we'll talk a little bit about the credit hours and part of the reason for that. But students who aren't in ATA, they take about the same number of hours on average. However, they're not as successful in all of those hours as ATA students. So we're really proud of that. And after 1 year, ATA students are much less likely to be on academic probation and much more likely to re-enroll at UHD. So our program has three kind of major components this coming year. We have academic success coaching, career readiness workshops, and career learning communities. So we're going to talk about each one of those things now. First, academic success coaching. So academic success coaches, we have two right now in the Accelerated Transfer Academy, and they're really here to make sure that you succeed. So they're your one-on-one contact with ATA staff. They work with you on time management skills and study habits, identifying strengths, connecting you to resources, and they're really your advocates here on campus. So most students, I think, go to their success coach for all kinds of questions and all kinds of issues that they're having. They're really kind of the most knowledgeable people to help you navigate the different kinds of questions and things you'll encounter as a new transfer student. The second piece is the Career Readiness Workshop, also known as ATA 3099. That is, you register for it the same way you would register for any other course at UHD, but the course is 0 credit, which means that it's 0 cost. We know that taking another class doesn't always appeal to people in the beginning, but what we found is it's been really valuable to students. It doesn't cost anything, which is great. It is an online course for the fall. So when you register, you'll see that it is an online course. However, we used to only offer the course in person. And so what we've decided for after the pandemic, hopefully has settled down in the fall, that we will offer both options. So you can either do it online. There are 8 modules. Each of the modules lines up with a career readiness competency. There are 8 competencies, so 8 modules. You can choose to attend the workshop in person, or you can complete the module online on your own time. It's up to you. You can do all of them online, or some of them online and some of them in person, or all of them in person. Totally up to you how you want to do it. But we really do feel like the information is valuable and help students prepare for those things that are outside of the classroom. So you learn skills that are going to help you for your career inside your classroom, but there are other intangibles like global and intercultural fluency, communication, technology, these types of things that will help give you a leg up when you're starting to jump into your career post-graduation. So we really want to make sure that you're ready when you graduate to enter into your career field with all of the tools that you need to be successful. The last big piece of the program are career learning communities. So career learning communities are one of the hallmarks of the ATA program and one of our most successful components of the program. So career learning communities are based on your career interests, so not necessarily your major. So for example, if you are an English major or you are a business major, you may both be interested in marketing. So you wouldn't be in 2 separate communities based on your major, you would be in the same community because you're both interested in marketing. So what we do with each of those different career learning communities is invite career professionals and faculty who have expertise in those fields to come and speak with our students about different things, what they wish they had known before they entered the field, what majors might apply to this field, things that you should start getting ready for now, internship opportunities. It's a really good chance to meet someone in the field that you're interested in and ask them questions. So it's a small group. You get to have one-on-one conversations with people and ask them all the things that are sometimes difficult to ask strangers on the street or people that you don't know well. This is a space that is meant specifically for you to get information that you want about your career field and what you're interested in. You don't have to join just one learning community. You're able to attend any of the learning community events that you're interested in. So if you're not quite sure what you want to do when you've graduated, there's a good opportunity to visit as many career learning community events as you'd like. So there's always this question, right? We know that attending different events and stuff like that on campus or virtually can be a time suck. And so you want to make sure that you're getting something out of it as well. So beyond just being good for your career, your future career, and also helping with academic success, we know that financial barriers are a big deal and that a lot of our students are making trade-offs between school and work. So for each of the first two semesters at UHD that you participate fully in the ATA program, you will receive $150 in book vouchers to the UHD bookstore, which means that you can buy anything that is sold at the UHD bookstore. So that can be a really expensive book. It can also be school supplies, whatever you need from the bookstore. In addition to that, we have a lot of scholarship opportunities that are just for ATA students, which means that your chances of earning a scholarship are much higher because the pool is smaller that you're being selected from. Last year, or this current year, we've given out over $10,000 in scholarships to ATA students. So in addition to money that we have as a program, we also received a $40,000 donation from AT&T, and we hope that that will continue into the future. And so there's a lot of opportunities to earn funds that will help you pursue your degree, right? And hopefully take some of that pressure off of how you're going to pay for school. So just a few questions that we get asked often that I wanted to make sure we addressed up front. Why is the program called Accelerated? So the honest answer is that they named the program before we built the program. So that was before I even started in this program. They named it, and they had some ideas about what that might mean. But what it means for us is that we require students to be full-time, which means that you get to graduation faster. Through success coaching, we help make sure that you're taking the courses that you need to take. So of course, you'll have your academic advisor who will help guide you through your degree plan to make sure that you're taking the right courses. But sometimes there's some wiggle room in there or some decisions, or you have to make a decision. And so coaches can help you kind of work through what decisions you need to make on your own about your degree plan, how fast you want to graduate, what you want your experience to be like. And then we also help students commit to career plans so that you can focus. So if you are not yet admitted directly into your major, so if you're a pre-major, we can help talk with you about what kinds of strengths you have, what areas you're interested in, and help you make an informed decision about what major to pursue. If you can't enroll full-time. So there's a lot of caveats to that. We know that there's a lot of reasons why people don't enroll full-time. We do know that research says that if you enroll full-time in your first semester, you are much more likely to graduate in 4 years or less as a transfer student. So that is why we push it. The information on this slide is a little bit old. So we said, unfortunately, to be part of ATA, you must commit to taking at least 12 hours in both semesters. We can work with students on an individual one-on-one basis. So for example, if you were taking 11 hours and taking another course would put you at 14, we can work with you on a one-on-one basis for that. But in general, we want students to be full-time. Another thing to consider about full-time is that for a lot of financial aid benefits, you must be full-time, and that is at least 12 credit hours. Additionally, if you ultimately decide not to be a part of ATA, or you're not even close to being full-time, you can make appointments with the success coaches and still utilize that service, but you won't be eligible for the scholarships or the book voucher. And any transfer student is allowed to participate in career learning community events. So that's not something that we close off. If you're interested, we want you. So those are just a few little caveats to the full-time enrollment. And then the last big thing is you're ready to join, right? So if this all sounds good to you, you can sign up for the portal if you have not done so already. The link is here. I can put the link in the chat in just a few minutes, and then sorry. You can put I'll put the link in the chat in just a few minutes so that you can click it if you'd like, or you can use the QR code if you are not viewing this on your phone right now. Once you have signed up for the portal, you're going to sign up as a guest initially, unless you have already registered for summer or for fall. We're finding out that it may take about 48 hours from the time that you've registered for courses for your account in Campus Groups, which is our platform, to turn into a not guest account. It'll say undergraduate student instead. But regardless, you'll sign up. Within the portal, you can see all of the summer events that we have lined up. We're adding events as they come up, so keep checking back there. You can RSVP for them. Whether or not you've officially joined ATA, or maybe you don't think that ATA is for you, but you would like to join us at some of these summer events, you are more than welcome to do that. It's a really great chance to meet us. There's 4 other staff members, besides, well, actually 5 other staff members, plus our graduate intern, Mercedes. There will be current ATA students and former ATA students at these events, so it's a good chance to have conversations with students who have been exactly where you are right now. We also have peer mentors that we'll be launching, so we'll start them this summer. We're in the process of hiring right now. Peer mentors will be reaching out to you all throughout the year to make sure that you know what deadlines are coming up, invite you to different campus events that are going on, making sure that you stay engaged and answering any questions that you have. So they're kind of like our in-between between you and the coaches. So we only have 2 coaches for all of the ATA students and more transfer students. So peer mentors are able to get you answers a little bit quicker sometimes if you don't need a whole meeting and you just need some quick answers or some advice. They can help you out in that regard because they've been exactly where you are. Also within the portal, once you have an account that is not a guest account, you will be able to officially join ATA. So there's a link in there and you'll be able to click it and enter the password and you will be a part of the ATA program. So, that is a lot of talking on my part. So I want to give a chance for you guys to open the floor and for you guys to ask any questions, and we will attempt to answer them. If you don't feel comfortable turning on your mic, you can also drop questions in the Q&A box or in the chat box below at the bottom of your screen, and I'm happy to answer anything you've got. But not all at once.
Hi, what was that class again, the ATA class?
Okay.
I didn't catch it. I had to grab a pen.
No, you're fine. It's ATA 3099, 3099.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And if you, I apologize, they're doing landscaping as soon as I started this webinar. If you join the portal, you will be able to, there's step-by-step instructions on how to register for it because it can be a little bit tricky to find in the class scheduling option.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Any other questions? I know people must have questions, whether it's about ATA or if you have a general other question you'd like to ask, we're happy to try to answer those as well. No questions? Okay. Well, then I just want to, oh, there's a question in the chat. Give me 1 second. Okay, so there was a question about other than full-time and taking class, the ATA 3099 class, what are the other requirements? So to join, those are the only requirements. You register for ATA 3099, you're full-time. Because you're here, we do want all transfer students in the ATA program to have at least 55 hours that they're transferring over. Okay. So that is another requirement. If you got an email from me inviting you to the portal, then you're already qualified. So no worries about that. Once you're in the program, there are requirements within the program. So once you're in, you'll be required to meet with your success coach twice during the semester. Once the first meeting usually needs to happen before the middle of the semester, and we'll give you exact dates. And the second meeting is before the semester is over. So you need to meet with your coach twice. You'll need to complete the modules for ATA 3099. There's 8 of them in a project. In addition to that, let me see, I'm pulling up what the exact requirements are right now. I do not have them in front of me, but so there'll be those. Usually require that you go to at least 2 career learning community events throughout the semester, so you can choose what those are. I should also mention that we put on several career learning community events throughout the semester. There's usually about 4 in a month. But if you find an external event that is related to a career readiness component, you're welcome to attend that and use that as your career learning community credit. So it doesn't necessarily have to be ours. There's lots of events put on by the Career Development Center that you might want to attend. Those would also count. We do have program meeting every month. So there's basically like an assembly. I can't tell you exactly right now what that's going to look like for the fall. This semester, it was completely virtual, obviously. We're hoping to include some in-person element of that. So we might do in-person and virtual, we'll see. But we do require that you go to 2 of those throughout the semester. So there are some requirements throughout the year, but all of them are meant to help move you along in your career development and your academic journey. Let's see, there was another question about campus groups. So yes, so your account right now, I created everybody a guest account to begin with. Once you've registered for courses, in a couple of days, it should turn over and create an automatic undergraduate student account for you. So at that time, your account should say undergraduate. Molly in particular, I know had that question. I'm checking into what's going on with your account in particular. Worst case scenario is I can do it manually, but I'm trying to see why it's not doing it automatically. I'll figure it out though for you. Oh, sorry, more questions in the chat. I keep closing it by accident. Success coach meetings, will they be via Zoom or in person? That is up to you. So you will have a choice when you book your appointment as to whether or not you would like for it to be in person or via Zoom. The coaches haven't set their schedules yet for the fall. So it may be that there's certain times of day that they do Zoom and certain times of day that they do in person, or you may be able to choose any time of day. Any meeting can be Zoom or in person, just depending on what you'd like, but you will have the option to do either. I can tell you right now, you will have an assigned success coach. So you'll have one person that you can go to all the time and they'll work with you. So if the times that they have available don't work for your schedule, you can let them know what times do work and the 2 of you can work out your schedules together. Same thing with peer mentors, actually. You'll have that option. Any other questions?
Yeah, I already completed the guest thing where
Okay.
I signed up, but I never got like a welcome or like I've already signed up, and I can't find the link to sign up again or to go back to where I can re-sign in.
Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can look up. Can you either tell me your last name out loud or you can send it to me in the chat?
Carr, C-A-R-R,
Give me a sec.
Catherine Carr.
Okay, I do see you as a guest. Let me see. And I do see you registered. So here's what I'll do. I'm going to send you the link for the portal so that you can just go straight to it.
Okay.
And you should already have access.
Okay.
Give me a second, I just have to get back there. Anybody else have questions? Oh, there was another question in the chat. So
Are
what
you emailing it to me?
I'm gonna send it to you in the chat, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Have
Okay.
you already sent it though? Because I can't see the chat.
I haven't sent it to you yet.
Okay, okay, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to navigate there
That's fine.
while I'm talking. Janisha, can you clarify your question for me? And Katie, I just sent you a chat link. Let me know if you get it.
I did, thank you.
Perfect. Janisha, I see your question about what events am I talking about. I'm just not sure what you're asking. The events that you're required to attend if you participate in ATA. So there are events that you are required to attend, but they are offered virtually and in person. So the career learning communities are both virtual and in person. Some of them may be just in person and some of them may be just virtual. I'm sure you guys can appreciate at this time as we're getting ready to try to go back to sort of normal we're kind of figuring out how do we do both virtual and in person, because we know that people like the ability to be able to stay home and participate in things, and it lends to a flexible schedule. But there's also some things that you miss out on when you're not in person. So we're working through what events will be virtual or what events will be in person, but we'll never penalize somebody because they need virtual and it wasn't offered. So career learning communities, we definitely know that at least some of them will be offered virtually and some of them will be in person. We're hoping to be able to do both for every event. So that's one thing you have to attend in person. ATA 3099, like I mentioned before, all of the modules are online right now, and you'll register for the course online. However, if you choose, totally your choice, you can attend the workshop in person. So say one of the modules online is called career management. So you can either complete career management module online on your own time, or on the day that it's offered in person in our ATA lounge, you could come on that day in person and do it then with the leader. And in that case, you would get credit for it either way. So it's your choice about if you want to come in person or if you want to do it virtually on your own time. I hope that answers your question. The ATA lounge, where is it? So this is a tricky question. You would think it wasn't. So right now, the ATA lounge is in South 415, which is in the one main building. If you haven't been to campus yet, you might not know what I'm talking about, but it's in the main building, same building where like financial aid and the advisors are, the academic advising center. We're up one floor from them on the 4th floor. On the south side, which is the side of the building that faces downtown. I will say that right now, literally right now, they are working on rearranging all of the offices on our floor. So there is a small chance that our lounge will move to another room. We're hoping to get a bigger lounge actually than the one we have right now. So right now it is in South 415. If that changes, an announcement will go out to everybody about where our new lounge is. But for right now, South 415, it's actually connected to all of the ATA staff offices. We're in South 417, right next door. And that's actually a good point. We do have a lounge, and the lounge is a really great place to study between classes or hang out between classes. There's a TV in there and you have access to Netflix, your own Netflix account, YouTube and that sort of thing in that room. And a big whiteboard, and it also has the best view on campus, I think. It's got a beautiful downtown view, so that's great. And it's a good place to meet other transfer students. So there was a question, only after we've completed the required things that I mentioned, are you eligible for scholarships and book vouchers? So scholarships and book vouchers, yes. Book vouchers you earn at the end of the semester. So if your first semester in ATA is the fall semester, then you would earn the book voucher in December and use it in spring, spring 2022, or in a winter session if you'd like. But you'll have a full year to use it. For the scholarships, it depends on which scholarship. Some of the scholarships are in the middle of the semester, and so really the only students who get disqualified from that are ones that have never done anything. If they've never gone to a coaching meeting, if they've never gone to a CLC event, never gone to a program meeting, nothing, and you're not actually participating in the program, then you may be ineligible for a scholarship at that point. However, it's not as if you have to finish the whole semester before you can apply for a scholarship. And again, it depends on which one. Some of them are earlier in the semester and some are later. I can tell you that there will be a few $1,500 scholarships that we'll be offering for the fall semester for brand new transfer students in the ATA program. And that is money that is offered from the AT&T donation that we received. Those funds go to students who live in complete communities. So if you're not sure that you live in a complete community, you can Google Houston Complete Communities, and it has a list of zip codes. And so if you live in one of those zip codes, then you qualify to apply for that scholarship. And we'll send out much more information at the beginning of the semester about how to apply for those, but we'll have a few $1,500 scholarships for the semester for that. Other questions?